Hello, I am Ivandra Bagus Pranata from Science Education offering B 20035161586. I will explain about digestive system. Our digestive system is uniquely designed to turn the food you eat into nutrients, which the body uses for energy, growth, and cell repair. Here, how it works. Our journey is first mouth, number 2 throat, number 3 esophagus, number 4 stomach, number 5 small intestine, and the last large intestine. Let's go. In the first mouth, the mouth is the beginning of the digestive strike. In fact, digestion starts here as soon as you take the first bit of a meal. Chewing breaks the food into pieces that are more easily digested, while saliva mixed with food begins the process of breaking it down into a form your body can absorb and use. Number 2. Throat. The throat, also called the pharynx, the throat is the next destination for food you have been eat. From here, food travels to the esophagus or swallowing tube. Next, esophagus. The esophagus is a muscular tube extending from the pharynx to the stomach by means of a series of contractions called peristaltis. The esophagus delivers food to the stomach. Just before the connection to the stomach, there is a zone of high pressure called the lower esophagus sphincter. This is a valve meant to keep food from passing backwards into the esophagus. And then stomach. The stomach is a sac-like organ with strong muscular walls. In addition to holding the food, it's also a mixer and grinder. The stomach secretes acid and powerful enzymes that continue the process of breaking down the food. When it leaves the stomach, food is the consistency of a liquid or pus. From there, the food moves to the small intestine. Small intestine, made up of the three segments, the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The small intestine is a long tube closely coiled in the abdomen or spread out in would be more than 20 feet long. The small intestine continues the process of breaking down food by using enzymes released by the pancreas and bile from the liver. Bile is a compound that aids in the digestion of fat and eliminates waste products from the blood. Peristaltis or contraction is also at work in this organ, moving food through the mixing it up with digestive secretion. The duodenum is large, responsible for continuing the process of breaking down food, with the jejunum and ileum being mainly responsible for the absorption of nutrients into the bloodstream. Three organs play a pivotal role in helping the stomach and small intestine digest food. First, pancreas. Among other functions, the oblong pancreas secretes enzyme into the small intestine. This enzyme breaks down the protein, fat, and carbohydrates from the food we eat. Number 2. Liver. The liver has many functions, but two of its main functions within the digestive system are to make and secrete bile into and to cleanse and purify the blood coming from the small intestine containing the nutrients just absorbed. Gallbladder. The gallbladder is a pear-shaped reservoir that sits just under the liver and stores bile. Bile is made in the liver, then if it needs to be stored travel to the gallbladder through a channel called the cystic duct. During a meal, the gallbladder contracts, sending bile to the small intestine, and once the nutrients have been absorbed and the leftover liquid has passed through the small intestine, what is left on the food you ate is handed over to the large intestine or colon. Next, colon or large intestine. The colon is a 5 to 6 foot long muscular tube that connects the cecum, or the first part of the large intestine, to the rectum, or the last part of the large intestine. It is made up of the cecum, the ascending or right colon, the transverse across colon, the descending left colon, and the sigmoid colon, so call it as SIP. S. The Greek letter for S is called the sigma, which connects to the rectum. Stool or waste left over from the digestive process is passed through the colon by means of peristalsis. First, a liquid rectum. The rectum, or Latin for strike, is an 8-inch chamber that connects the colon to the anus. It is the rectum's job to receive stool from the colon. To let you know there is stool to be evacuated and to hold the stool until evacuation happens. When anything, gas or stool, comes into the rectum, sensors send a message to the brain, and then the brain when decides if the rectal contents can be released or not. If they can, the sphincter or muscle relax the rectum contracts, expelling its contents. If the contents cannot be expelled, the sphincter contracts the rectum, accommodates so that the sensation temporarily goes away. And the last, anus. The anus is the last part of the digestive tract. It consists of the pelvic floor muscle and the two anal sphincters, internal and the external muscle. The lining of the upper anus is specialized to detect rectal contents. It lets us know whether the contents are liquid, gas, or solid. The pelvic floor muscle creates an angle between the rectum and the anus that stops stool from the coming out when it is not suspicious. The anal sphincter provides fine control of stool. The internal sphincter keeps us from going to the bathroom when we are asleep, or otherwise when aware of the presence of stool when we get an urge to go to the bathroom. We rely on our external sphincter to keep the stool in until we can get the toilet. Thank you.